Frontiers 2 is only 2 days away from potentially being shown up at the Game Awards, and the entire community is exploding with new discussion, viral info and developer hints. But today I'm going to be breaking down exactly what's real, what's likely, and what we should know and genuinely expect with how the show goes live. But before we get into it, I want every single one of you right now to click on my Frontiers 2 livestream, and click on the notify me, and make sure all of you are subscribed with all notifications, right? You can unsubscribe after if you don't genuinely want to subscribe, but I implore every single one of you to subscribe just so you see the notification, because we are going to be doing a huge watch party on Thursday. So yeah, it's going to be super awesome. I'm so excited, because even if like we don't see Frontiers 2, we're going to definitely be seeing something Sonic related, because Sega's been on a roll. They've been releasing one game every single year, and I honestly do have a very good pitch as to what this could be. Now, it could be Frontiers 2, or it could be the whole, like, Sonic Unleashed remake or remaster, mainly because of, like, the whole unlimited possibilities tag. But anyway, we'll get into that as the video goes on. But obviously, we're going to break down the viral information, which is surrounding Frontiers 2 and what it actually means. Make sure to like and subscribe only if you like me as a person, but I do implore you guys to check out the live stream. Make sure every single one of you clicks notify, because it's going to be such an awesome reaction stream. But the information I wanted to go in today is kind of like a recollection of everything we've spoken about, but also some like things that we can connect to what we could be seeing at the Game Awards, and also just like how I would like to see Frontiers 2 in the flesh. Now, the first thing I wanted to mention, this is by Sage Vale over on Twitter, and I really do like how like here, like you can actually see the punches and like the power and how the camera works with like, I don't know what this is, like I'm not entirely sure, but I would love to see Sonic's combat like this in Frontiers 2. It would be super awesome to be able to see Sonic like throwing like the punches where you can see the camera angle change and like actually feel the critical hits, because I feel like Frontiers has that problem where, like for example, if you play the Arkham games, you don't really see that to a large extent. So yeah, I really would like to see that. Let me know what all of you think about that in the comments. Make sure you guys all tell me. Would you like Sonic Frontiers 2's combat to be more flashy and more like calculated like that? I honestly really do want to see that. And this is by Sega Informant. I should probably talk about this before any official reveal, but I kind of want the next mainline game to push further with the more semi-realistic style seen in Frontiers. Now, I feel like this is likely, and I'll show you exactly why. So kind of like an art style like this. Let me know what you guys think. Would you want more of this like realistic, or like would you want like a mesh of this? I feel like because they're going to be meshing Hedgehog Engine 2 and Unreal Engine 5, most likely, based off of the test that they did back, I'm not sure when it was, some comment did correct me on this, but I think that when we did see it was back in June. But here, as you can see here, in terms of the art style of the Sonic series is changing each game, but recently there's been a clear focus on reintroducing the human characters back into the series. So like, you can obviously see that there's more of like an anime-esque. It's not really like, if you were to ask me, Maria is the perfect, like, way that they did the human characters. I think Sage is a bit weird, but then again, Sage is a robot. I don't mind the anime style. I just think, like, in terms of Sonic, it's not necessarily an anime. Like, yeah, they'll have those in, like, those specific sections, but I just think that Maria is perfect in terms of the way that Sonic is viewed. So yeah, that's really awesome. But then, Peak Hedgehog Engine 2 mentioned, what would you guys think of having, like, a city, like a really cool, like, zone that Sonic can run around in? That would be super awesome to see. This is the maximum of the Hedgehog Engine 2. I would love to be able to see the mesh Unreal Engine 5 to be able to get like more realistic shaders, but Hedgehog Engine 2 has done a really good job. Now here, right, this is why Matt Has No Cut said, why can't there be like a good 5-6 year development cycles? And there's actually a counterpoint I want to make to this like assertion. Frontiers and Frontiers 2 had development cycles that were completely different, because Frontiers barely had a budget and Sonic's team was limited with the staff, and on the psychological side they worked on it with very low hopes, thinking the game would barely save the series. And the reason why we say this is because Forces was incredibly bad. Like, we're gonna like throw that out the window. They didn't really have much of a budget because there was no movies. Then Sonic had this whole redemption arc where, you know, they had the Sonic movie 1 till 3, and now they're going to have the 4th one, as well as the Knuckles series, that actually did really well. That Sega's salaries are going up too, which has allowed them to create more of a bigger infrastructure within their respective sales, and also just because of the success of Frontiers itself, they have much more things to work with, and they also have made Sonic a higher mascot at Sega, so it's going to be far more likely that we're going to be able to see Sonic as a much bigger presence upon the gaming community once again, and I'm so glad that they're starting to really finally acknowledge this. And I feel like we got to pay a lot of due respect to Paramount, because I feel like if Paramount didn't do that, we wouldn't have that in present day. And also, another response to Matt Has No Cuts, even if we wasn't to get Frontiers 2, I do believe that we're going to be getting a brand new Sonic game next year, 100%, because Izuka has already hinted at this, and I'll tell you exactly what that was right now. So, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Now, here, as we go here, if we get Frontiers 2, aka the next mainline game, at the Game Awards, that's going to be like a big show. It's going to be super awesome. I'm really, really excited to see this, guys, because, like, obviously Tomb Raider is, like, you know, it's such a long-running series, and, you know, it's a surprise. Obviously, Sonic Frontiers, I feel like we're going to get something Sonic-related. But even if we don't, I just want to give you a bit of a thing. There is something that will save it 100% at the end of this video. Trust me. So you better stay to the end, because this genuinely will save it. So, All Shot Queen said, I just want to remind the Sonic fans that this is a yearly series, and next year is the 35th anniversary, we'll get a new Sonic game. We're definitely going to get a new Sonic game. It's not going to just be the Crossworlds DLC. Right, I do believe that it's going to be something else. But whether it's Frontiers 2 or not is another story. Now, I feel that it's going to be Unleashed. And the reason why, I'll tell you in a second, actually. I'll tell you, but I'm saying I'm going to say a lot of these, but we're going like in order. Frontiers 2 is destined to be the greatest of all time because they have all of the things. They have the music, they have the writing, they have the movies presence, they have Frontiers 2, all of the different things. They have, you know, the aura of Unleashed, the aesthetics of Heroes, and the art direction. Yeah, it's just going to be so peak. Frontiers 2 has everything riding on it, and I'll show exactly why. There's so much to unpack here. But also, in terms of that, the art style, I feel like they've nailed it. Shadow Generations, they nailed it very well. You know, obviously they had this whole F1 commercial. You know, Sonic Frontiers looked really good, except the model was a bit mediocre. But in general, I feel like they're gonna fix that. And there's actually confirmation that the model is changing. I'll show you why. I know a lot of people are pessimistic, like, oh, you know, it won't happen. Listen. I know all of you are still butthurt about Forces, but we have to move on, please. We're moving on from Forces. Like, Sonic Team is peak again, okay? So, yeah, also here, this is confirmation. Like, I know I've already shown this so many times, but it's so important because Kishimoto is now going to be a lead director of Sonic Team, and that he's going to change Sonic's model, animation, and direction. And they obviously showed this in Shadow Gens a little bit, but they couldn't really work with it because they were trying to, like, produce a game. They were trying to rush it so that they can get it out for Sonic Movie 3. But in the next mainline title, everything's going to be changing. So I am super duper excited to see this. And also because of the animation tests for Unreal Engine 5 and Maya, yeah, there's definitely going to be something that fully explores this idea because, you know, obviously those cutscenes were vastly different. So yeah, now he's going to be part of Sonic Team Studio. And also here, right, I feel like the art style will change to more of a saturated effect because Sage over on Twitter said, like, look how here that Kronos is the favorite map, but ripping the old Lumen lighting system from CNT made the Kronos look dead. But look, you can see that D-Hedge's Fortnite Kronos fixes all the problems that base Kronos had. So yeah, I feel like Kronos looks great now, like a little bit empty, because obviously Kronos is always empty, but it looks really, really awesome, and I heavily believe because Sonic Teams is way bigger and they have way more salaries, we're going to be seeing something so awesome. So yeah, this is going to be incredible. And also we have like this whole rumor here that was obviously back from last year about how Frontiers 2 is in development and is targeting the November 26th release. So yeah, that's also some substantiation there if you guys want to, you know, believe that. But that's even more things pointing towards they're focusing on the next game compared to like a spin-off or something. But then there's also evidence pointing towards a remaster of Sonic Unleashed, and I'll explain that as we go. But here, like, we have the direction of Sonic stories. This is pretty much how Roger Craig Smith said that his team is focusing on him having a deeper voice and like how they want the Sonic games to be more mature. So yeah, this is confirmation that we're going to be seeing that Frontiers kind of like storytelling again, but they're going to perfect it this time. So like in terms of like the more serious tone, yes, it's confirmed. We're going to be having a serious tone. Also, Izuka here said that they're focusing on the new experience, so they're prioritizing innovation over the remakes. So yeah, this is like confirmation that they're most likely going to be showcasing Frontiers 2. However, we might be seeing maybe Unleashed X Amy generation, Amy Unleashed, sorry, and then the 2027 we see Frontiers 2, or we could be seeing Frontiers 2 next year. I still believe we'll see Frontiers 2 in 2026. I want to know what you guys think of that in the comments. Will it be another remake / remaster, or will it be Frontiers 2? And this points to Frontiers 2? I don't know. But in terms of like the animations like these ones here, guys, like how they'd be leaning more into the action era, we're definitely going to be seeing a Sonic short of Frontiers 2. And I know it's not going to be called Frontiers 2, it's just a hypothetical placeholder name for the moment, guys, so just bear with me. And also just remember that we're going to be seeing one of these animations again. They're definitely going to be making one of those for Frontiers 2, because they already made one for the prologue for Knuckles in Frontiers. So yeah, and also Mr. Jolly said they'd love to keep moving in the direction with more momentum, which obviously is amazing. And also this is confirmation that they're going to be using more complex, interesting worlds, because they want to fill out the open zones and open worlds more so. So yeah, this is pretty obvious. So they're going to use modern technology, so like how Unreal Engine 5 and stuff like that. So yeah, that's also some cool substantiation in regards to Shadow. Now, thing is, we have until March 19th, 2027 to wait until Sonic Movie 4, and I feel like they can't just go out the whole year without posting anything Sonic related. So do you think that something is happening in terms of, like, obviously we've got like this whole Sonic spin-off movie universe movie that's scheduled for 2028, 22nd of December. However, I feel like that they might release something in regards to like a Shadow series or something next year. Like, you know how they did the Knuckles show in 2024? Something like that. I don't know. I just feel like Paramount has something up their sleeve. Don't take that with a grain of salt, by the way. Don't put your hopes on it, but maybe. Now, in regards to this, notice how with Shadow, they put him in Sonic X Shadow Generations, and they also put him in the movie to promote him. Now, Amy is a huge character, right? She's a huge character, and she was in Sonic Unleashed a lot. She was a huge part of the story. Now, if you connect these back to the dots, how most people want an Unleashed remake, the game is really, really well perceived. It's not controversial whatsoever. In fact, it was in IGN's top 10 videos, and Iizuka really wants to impress IGN. So if you think about it this way, Sonic Unleashed, if they just make the Werehog optional, fix the optimization issues, it's a 10 out of 10 game. It is so, like, incredibly polished and so fun. Like, yeah, they might have to, like, fix the homing attack sometimes and, like, how, like, Sonic will jump in certain sections, but generally, it's really, really polished, for, like, especially for a 2008 game. But Iizuka said that last year we had the Year of Shadow, so they could be doing, like, maybe the Year of Amy, but, like, maybe they're doing, like, November 2026 Sonic X Amy Unleashed, and then next year, 2027, they could be doing, they'll do Sonic Movie 4, so, like, it's kind of like a stretch of Amy, like how you got all the stuff of Amy. And the reason why, right, I'm not just saying this out of nowhere. I can't just, like, oh, they're doing Amy Unleashed. Like, I'm not gonna just try and fool you guys, right? I'll genuinely tell you why I think this, right? This is also Sonic 35th anniversary merch, so not merch, like toys and stuff, but there's a reason why, right? Obviously you can see like how they have like shown off like Amy and Shadow, but then there could be rumors that Paramount is developing a standalone Shadow the Hedgehog movie starring Keanu Reeves. I feel like that's kind of maybe what I'm talking about. Maybe next year they do like a show or something like that. But also Sega's salaries have gone up, which means there's going to be a higher production for Sonic titles. We might be seeing the Sonic TV show, potentially. I'm not sure. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm not going to talk about that too much. I really want to know what you guys think in terms of this. I really want to know what you guys think of this animation here. This is by CYB. Let me know what you think of, like, in terms of the squash and stretch and stuff like that for animation. I feel like because Sonic Rumble has been constantly showing Sonic has, like, a different kind of art style, maybe we see Sonic back in, like, with longer quills. I'm not sure. Let me know what you think in the comments. Obviously, Frontiers sold the most. Forget Sonic Dash. That doesn't count. But because it's a mobile game. But, like, you can see here, like, they need to focus on the next game because it made them a lot. But obviously, if we do see this, we don't see anything, Summer Games Fest is your best bet, guys. So yeah, generally, like, if we don't see anything at the Game Awards, Summer Games Fest, we will 100% see something regarding Sonic. But I don't think we're going to have to wait till that long. Genuinely, I don't think so. But in terms of this animation here, guys, I want to know what you think of this. I feel like in terms of the cutscenes for Sonic Frontiers 2, like, based on the Maya and the Unreal Engine 5 test, I feel like we could be seeing something similar to this. And I want to know what you guys think of this. I feel like it's really awesome. I love the way that Sonic is so squashy and stretchy, but then also still doesn't, like, lose his identity of what makes Sonic Sonic, and I just honestly love this. And guys, this is by Jordan POX, and this is the sound design is by Lachlan Blue, and the Sonic rig is by DANCAAD 3D, so let me know what you think of that. But now, back for the Unleashed thing. Now, the reason I say this is because the tagline for next year, and there's genuine proof of this, I've made it, I'm not going to reiterate the proof because I have said it in a previous video, so if you check out my Sonic Theories Going Crazy, I think I'll be in one of the tags up there in the corner if you guys see that. Click on that, and that takes you to the video because it has all the evidence regarding that. I'm not going to talk about it because this is kind of like a subsection. It's more like it's not really like a breakdown video, it's more like a quick video. But look, you can clearly see here that you've got unlimited possibilities. So endless possibilities, unlimited possibilities. Potentially we could be seeing Unleashed. Like, why would they call the tagline unlimited possibilities? That's really weird to me. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments, and make sure to like and subscribe, and I love all of you. Make sure you have an amazing day, guys. And before you go, make sure all of you right now go on my channel and click on this, right? Go on my channel, it'll be on the first video. Click notify me, and we're all going to be watching this together because it's going to be so great. We're all cracking Sonic Frontiers too.